Righto, Tellio there champs, I'm going to talk today about this beast here, and this thing is almost perfect. This is the ROG Zephyrus. I think there's two things about this laptop that, stop it being perfect. I'll get to those in a sec, but I've been away on the break for Easter. Happy Easter to you, belated anyway. But if you're Greek, you got Easter coming this week, don't you? So I like the Greek Easter, it's really good. The colourful eggs and all. But anyway, I use this exclusively on my break, and I was out on the coast and done some riding, and I only took this laptop, and I'm going to give you the pros and cons of this and why I think this is almost perfect, and just my overall experience with this, because I've had it for a while. It's sort of like an informal review, I guess. Well, one thing there, the RGB keyboard, it's not that bright, but it still is RGB. It's pretty cool. You might see some fingerprints there. I left them there on purpose. I wash my hands all the time, like obsessively. My hands look like 20 years older than they should be, just because I wash them so much. And although this matte finish is beautiful, you will see fingerprints. Now this does come with the Intel 12900H and a 3070 Ti. Performance is amazing, especially for gaming. Inside you have 16 gigabytes of RAM soldered. You can add more RAM, of course, DDR5, up to 48 gigs. Two M.2 slots inside, so you can upgrade the storage there as well. Plenty of ports there. What I particularly like about this is it still has Ethernet, even though it's very thin. Just on those ports, as I was talking about before, it's got all the ports you want, Thunderbolt, USB-C, etc. But the HDMI is USB 2.0B. I don't know why it's not 2.1, but anyway, that's what it is. Keyboard trackpad, amazing. I really do like the keyboard and trackpad. Nothing to complain about there. The display is killer. I think it is perfect. It's almost the perfect balance of resolution, 1600p display, 165 Hz, over 500 nits of brightness, and actually when I was watching content, I was actually getting a Dolby Vision sort of logo coming up, so it supports Dolby Vision as well. 100% DCI P3, so if you're a content creator, you're going to love this display, and I think it's one of the best displays on the market for being just like perfect balance of between everything you want. The high refresh, the color gamut, the brightness. It's a crack-a-lacking display. And actually watching content as well, the sound is really good as well. Actually watching the movies, I've got a good sound system on this thing. You won't hear them when you're gaming. I'll get to that in a sec. The performance of this is great, especially being so thin. Now there is a downside to that. You do get a lot of fan noise, okay? Especially in this performance mode, we're talking over 60 decibels of fan noise. Now sitting where you are, like playing the game, it's only around 54 decibels, but it is still loud. As perfect as this laptop is, there's two cons to it, and one of them is that fan noise in performance mode. But you put it in silent mode and you'll barely hear it. It's like in the 40 decibels, so really good in silent mode. Of course you get a haircut in performance there. Now the other thing that stops this from being a perfect laptop is the battery life. Now the battery life is adequate, so it's not bad. It's just adequate. At around 5.5 hours I was getting, this is what you expect on these Intel platforms. If you want longer battery life, maybe go to the ROG G14, G15. This one here, it'll get you by with that sort of 5.5 hours, and that was in its hybrid mode, and that's a good thing too. You can switch in between hybrid mode and having a MUX switch for the full performance GPU, but it doesn't have the battery life for the G14, G15. So they're my two things that stop this from being perfect. The battery life is adequate, and the noise. Other than that, this laptop is nearly perfect, other than those two things. And no laptop is perfect, but that's the only criticism I have of this. And actually, the thermals are actually really good. It's not going to get to 100 degrees and, it's not going to overheat. It's not going to be hot on the keyboard or anything like that. But you do pay the penalty of that noise of around that sort of 60 decibels in its full performance mode. But as I said, you can put it in silent mode. When I was gaming, I used silent mode with this. I edited videos on this. The screen is absolutely amazing. I really love this laptop, and yeah, apart from those two little things, no laptop's perfect, but this thing is pretty close. So yeah, check this thing out. It's really good build quality. Everything about it's really good. I like it, and I could definitely rock one of these. And stay tuned, I do have the Strix coming in, the Scar. Yeah, stay tuned for that review. But this thing here, it's hard to find a better laptop than this, especially in the gaming realm if you're a content creator and a gamer/gamer sort of thing. So yeah, catch you in the next one, guys. Tally ho.